Title: Success Already Hitting Real Steady. Having the will to move towards your passion. Success. Technically, succeed already must protect. Ultimate success supersede. When we talk about the wealthy, the riches, and we dream, lots get it mixed up in between. I am a good thing, with help of the higher scope. Only way to proceed, perceive, gotta really crave the initial key. Learning to live between these society means no more fines from the legal beings. Whittle. I'm gon' bubble, currently in steam. Can't one foot in, one out, gotta two box it. Heart not in it, so you drop it. Can't be desperate for certain topics, only passion is my option. Speak from opinionated, scratch it, logistic topics. And people hate it, only say because they don't intertwine with how they live daily. Fried, hypocritical. When you say one thing and don't live by it with your heart, no rules, no morals, they start getting to you, digging your 6 feet hole in the dark. You can say attempted murder when not listening to your higher part. I'll be up a million, I swear, but first get up 100. It's so near, near. Be damned if I shave off all my hair. Symbolize strengthen a king. Look at us with naps bundled up and assume we do domestic things. Here to tell you, my purpose is higher than anything you can never achieve. Off the ripper. Scared of us. We actually make logical mistakes and they act like don't be fair to us. Fuck them. Don't be fair. Here for challenges, tests in the air. As a man in today's society, they think kill us everywhere. First chance in certain situations they can't. So next thought is put us directly under Broman, Brumman from Martin or some. Did everything he wanted to do without the thought of how it can fuck you right in the ass. But me not going for no bullshit, swear I pass. Black and white's heads we really clash. Cause constantly giving their own brother a pass. When we don't look for a pass, we just ask that they treat everyone equal. But no, cracker whites rather get on our ass.
Authentic, I just want to keep the podcast, nice and authentic for the folks.
Yo, it's your boy DB. We tuned back in to DB's Unpopular Depth. This episode 4, y'all already know how we get down. I ain't gonna lie. Me personally, as I keep moving and progressing with my podcast, I'm sure you can see and feel the energy that I'm getting a little bit more comfortable with it. This episode 4. If you look at episode 1 or listen to episode 1 compared to now, the energy may be a little bit different and maybe a little bit more exciting, I'd say. First, let me go ahead and hold on. Light my incense. Gotta catch the vibes. We got the window open right now too. Look, go ahead and light my sage as well. Go ahead and light my sage real quickie. If y'all hear wind, that's cause the window open. I kind of like them type of vibes, It, I don't know, it just make me feel good. Gonna light this sage real quick. Get it nice and smoky up in here. What's good, y'all boys? How y'all living? Hope y'all having a nice, productive week, productive life. I hope y'all just being real positivity over negative. Always, we only here for prosperity, nothing more, nothing less. Also, I've been getting a lot of good feedback as far as like my poems. In the beginning, a lot of people they feeling it, they feeling the poems, and I'm just happy that I can be able to just kind of diversify every piece of talent that I have, So today podcast, right? The first topic we're gonna jump into it off the record. Feelings versus logic. So feelings and logic. So basically, using logic over your emotions, over your feelings. I hear a lot of. I ain't even gonna say I hear a lot of, but I do come across a lot of people. People come across me, and they just feel like, you know, I just hear a lot of situations as far as like relationships, and a lot of times people put their emotions and their feelings over logic, and I just don't agree with that, you know. Because let me tell you something. When you put your feelings over logic, when you put your emotions over, you know, what you really seeing, what's really going on over logic, um, you drain yourself. You regret it, when you put your feelings over logic. And I'm just not one who can protest to that. I'm gonna tell you every time, think logically. What's really going on in front of you? Look at the surface. Stop thinking. Stop moving with your emotions. Stop moving with your feelings, because that's how you dig yourself in holes. You know, feelings and emotions, I feel, will not get you loved. I feel like, and I'm not degrading feelings nor emotions. I'm just simply saying, when you're in certain situations, you got to use your logic before your emotions. Simply, you know, logical thinking, and just trust what's being shown right now. You know, uh, that's just how I feel about that. You feel me? It's just like, use logical thinking. Like, I feel like so many people feel like they use logical thinking, or they'll say they use it, but they really don't use it. They move with their emotions. They move with their feelings. And I'm not going to be here to protest to that. I'm not going to stand next to you when you're doing that. I'm that person that's going to tell you, what is he showing you right now? What is she showing you right now? Like, trust what's being shown. Simply. And that's just how I rock as far as friendships, relationships, anything. Emotions come and go, and they only lead to you draining yourself, like I said earlier. So why are you leading with your emotions? Why are you leading with your feelings? I'm telling you right now, when you're in a situation and somebody's showing you less than your worth, you know, and you still continue to move with your emotions, with your feelings, you will 100%, 10 out of 10 times, however you want to put it, you will regret it every single time. Because they're going to keep treating you how they treating you. There's never going to be no sense of change. So you got to think with logic every single time. As y'all know, on this podcast, we sip our water. It's all about the vibes over here. We sip our water, we eat our oranges. However we get down, that's how we get down. We ain't editing nothing, as you may know. Yeah, like, I just want us to stop putting ourselves in situations, based on history, based on how this person once, showed you or treated you. Like, fuck history, fuck all that. I'm a firm believer in, look at the surface right now and handle your business. Cause this 2022, we're putting ourselves first. We don't have time for no little boy, no little girl stuff, bro. And that's what I see going on daily, bro. Like, on a daily basis, constantly. And I'm just not here to testify to it. I will never tell you to put your feelings or your emotions before your actual logic. We just gotta sit back and think sometimes. Please, just sit back and think. That's just how I get down. Like, think logically. And I'm okay, so I'm saying think logically. So yes, mistakes do happen. I'm here to say that I am a person who make mistakes, of course, but I'm not gonna keep letting these same mistakes happen over and over. I'm gonna think with logic. And this is life, relationships, whatever, trials and tribulations, whatever you want to call it. But first of all, a mistake can only be made once. You can't continue to validate your mistakes or validate how somebody treats you. You know, if it's less than your worth. You know how you're supposed to be treated as a king, as a queen. You know, so think logically. That's just all I ask. Uh, for some reason, I have this strong passion for women and you know the stuff that they go through, and I just have a strong feel for women. And I'm not saying this like, oh, I'm just out here, you know, messing, banging other women or multiple women. I'm not saying that at all. I'm simply saying the stuff that they put themselves through, I feel for you deeply, like probably more than you do. And this may stem from childhood, but that's how I feel about that. So, folks, let's use logic over feelings, over emotions. You know, and I guess you could say I don't really want to point this simply at females because males go through the same thing, you know. But I do know that a lot of times I do know a lot of times females lead with their emotions, with their feelings. Goddamn, 80% out of 100. So I'm just here to tell you, use logic. Trust what's being shown in front of you right now at this very moment. Now this is gonna blend into our second topic. Do not date potential. We gotta stop. So, and let me break this down. I don't believe in dating potential because let me tell you. So, as a man, as a woman, right? We tend to see the good in people, right? We tend to see the good in people a lot of times, and we tend to see that they can change, even when they showing us bullshit right now. And I'm just here to tell you, like, don't date potential, bro. Like, cause you simply wasting your time, or you simply draining yourself. It's simply just time wasted. And I don't know about you, but we are on this earth. It seems like a long time, but we are on this earth for a split second. And I'm not a firm believer in, you know, I'm not a firm believer in kind of wishing for a outcome. You know, I kind of like to see the surface for what it is. If you showing me that, you know, you don't treat me, or if you showing me that you don't, what's the word? If you showing me that you don't basically treat me my worth, how I feel I'm supposed to be treated as a human being, you know, I'm not going to. I'm gonna see exactly that for what it is, you know. I'm not going to see, oh, maybe they have some potential to change, and I'm not trying to knock that from nobody because everybody does have potential to change. Nobody is prohibited to changing. Like nobody is exempt from changing. Everybody can change. That's just how I feel about it. I feel like I am a perfect example because if you know, you know. I ain't gonna say too much, but if you know, you know, right? So it's just like, trust what's being shown right now. You're counting on change. You're counting on this person to change. But what if they never change? Then you're simply just wasting your time. And then you get mad when you waste your time, but you're putting yourself through situations. Like you put yourself in these situations and then get mad when you waste your time. But you can't even get mad because you put yourself in these situations. Stop dating potential. Stop dating the could be. Date the people who showing you your true worth right now at this very second. That's just it. I can't sugarcoat it. You deserve to be celebrated and not tolerated in every single in every single relationship, in every single friendship. You deserve to be tolerated. No, I scratched that. You deserve, I'm talking too fast. You deserve to be celebrated and not tolerated. So if somebody is just simply dismissing your feelings, dismissing, what you say and all this stuff, they're simply tolerating you. Go where you're celebrated. There are many men and women out here who have no problem treating you like a king or a queen. And that's another thing. We got to stop thinking that we can't get better than what's in front of us. Because we got to stop thinking that there's no better candidate. It's how many people on this earth, and you sitting here telling me that you don't think somebody can treat you your 1,000%, 10 out of 10 worth? You telling me that? Are you serious? Like, you haven't even met everybody on this planet to say that. So stop being out here thinking that you can't attract better than you already have attracted, because that's simply not the case. I'm gonna say this one more time, and I get this quote from Kevin Gates. I'm not here to plagiarize nobody quotes or nothing like that. Go where you're celebrated and not tolerated. I simply believe that's the best saying in the whole wide world, as far as relationships, as far as friendships, how that go. And maybe they do have the potential to change, but that usually never happens until their heart is broken. And I'm not sitting here telling you to break people's hearts. I'm sitting here, listen. If they really care how they say they care, it wouldn't be no problem with changing for you. Simply. They would not have a problem changing who they are for you. And stop making excuses for others to validate your own feelings. Stop doing that. I'm not with it, bro. Like, and you shouldn't be with it as a person. You should have so much respect for yourself and so much morals and rules for yourself to where you're not gonna let nobody treat you like a piece of shit. Simply. So, goddamn it, lead with logic instead of feelings, instead of emotions. Goddamn it, stop dating potential and date the person who you feel should be worthy of your attention. And once that person, and a lot of times people show that at the beginning, and then they kind of get comfortable and start to drift off. And when that person drift off, goddamn it, cut them off. I don't give a fuck how much love you got for them. Now that's my message for the day. Y'all check in next week with your boy DB. Let's get it.